Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the D-Pad, where we are once again predicting the Super Bowl with our series, Let's Predict the Super Bowl. We nearly had an opportunity for a rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but instead we're here tonight to check out the Cincinnati Bengals, their first Super Bowl since 1988, versus the Los Angeles Rams, who were here just 3 years ago, losing to the Patriots, but looking to gain their first Super Bowl victory since 1999. I'm joined tonight by my two co-commentators, Nickelback and Buttonhook. I would have gone for a...
I hate it already. This terrible stuff.
I didn't expect the puns off the bat. I'm a little thrown off, but I guess I'll take it.
Well, I would have gone for a hook and lateral, but I figured I'd try for a bait and switch.
Sure.
Anyway.
The energy is terrible already. This is what the Bengals finally make it, and this is what we bring.
Yeah,
Rick. You're bringing your B game to the first Bengals possible Super Bowl in a million years.
Excuse me, this is a D game, clearly.
Aha, I see.
But yeah, the Bengals' first Super Bowl in almost 35 years, and possibly their first ever Super Bowl victory if they can pull it out. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well. I'm ready to see how the Nostradamus, that is Tecmo Bowl, will do in predicting this Super Bowl outcome.
Clearly,
I'm gonna guess it's gonna err on this tradition of always underguessing what the score will actually be.
That's true.
And it's like, oh, the score will be like 10-7, and then it's like what it's probably gonna be for this one of like some like absurd number because no one wanted to play defense.
Yeah, it has a tendency to be pretty far off, although it's gotten steadily closer over time. Historically, so this is our 11th year of Let's Predict the Super Bowl. It is, in fact, our oldest tradition on this channel, which is amazing because we don't do sports on this channel almost at all, but we have stuck to our guns for this since 2012, and in the beginning it was extremely terrible at actually predicting anything, and now we are steadily getting better with it. The predictions have been more accurate score-wise. They've been significantly more accurate, like, team-wise.
Stat-wise, still completely off the rails. When you're like the leading rusher of fullback.
It may have to do with how much the celebratory dances involve blowjobs on the field, which, as we all remember, were banned in the NFL in 2021 thanks to COVID.
Yes, unfortunate, but necessary.
Well, let's get ourselves set up here. Because of the nature of Tecmo Super Bowl, we are going to be in what it thinks is a preseason game. We'll be setting ourselves up. Now, I believe the Rams are the home team for this Super Bowl.
Correct.
Is that correct? All right, so let's get our buddies here. So, fun fact, and I know Jeff has a handful prepared, but the LA Rams actually began as neighbors to what would eventually be the Bengals. They didn't play in the same state at the same time, but the LA Rams started out in Cleveland.
Interesting. Yeah. Now, before this actually gets underway, do we want to give our score predictions of the game, or shall we wait till the end?
Yeah, why don't we get into that as we get our kickoff?
All right. Well, I'll bang mine out.
Or this game.
Let's start with this game, and we can give the actual game at the end once we've seen how the prediction goes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say in that case, this game is going to be 21-17 Bengals.
Interception.
I changed my mind.
Rams are already up to the start.
What about
I'm
you?
going to say 17-14 Rams in this game, and I'm going to say 37-34 Bengals. I think the Bengals are just going to do something special.
I think we're going to wind up with, I'm going to say 21... I'm going to say 21-14. I'm going to keep it real basic for this. And I'm going to say that's going to go to the Bengals in this simulation. And we'll see at the end of the game.
Not a field goal position. See if they can...
Any field goal will
Henderson
super mess up mine. So.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And then the real game, Rick?
The real game... So
Drop
myself
back.
being a fan of the
That's
New England
for a second,
Patriots.
throws deep,
Ooh.
and it is incomplete.
As a fan of the New England Patriots, I have a strong
Even though this
aversion.
game was made in the 70s, they still know a decent amount about who Matt Stafford truly is.
I have a strong aversion
Joke
to
for the one Lions fan on the channel. Thank you.
to giving the Rams a positive prediction. I would love to see the Bengals get it. I'm always a big fan of the underdog, and I think I'll be low key rooting for the Bengals in the actual Super Bowl
I think the most
as well.
amusing thing is that this is it's an emotion usually experienced by Pats fans of being the only people rooting for a team to win. Although we got a big play right here, Jamar Chase downfield. Wow, big play.
Ooh, bouncing all over.
But whenever the Pats were playing, it's everyone in the world except Pats fans wanted to see Pats win. I don't even think that applies to the Rams because I'm not entirely sure the Rams have fans.
Yeah,
that's a very good question.
As a clearly embittered Niners fan, it was a home game in the NFC Championship, and there were more of these jerseys than there were Rams jerseys.
Yep.
You bring up an interesting point insofar as I think this, in my opinion, is one of the least unlikable Super Bowls in recent memory. Generally you have teams you dislike or you want to lose or whatever, but I want to see the Bengals win a Super Bowl.
Oh, there we go. A dinger.
He doinked it.
And clutch, but making you sweat. 3-0
right.
Bengals. Off to
Bengals
a lead.
on the board.
The underdog is taking.
So I want to see the Bengals win, but at the same time, I have a soft spot for Matt Stafford. I always thought he was an underrated quarterback and unfortunately languished in Detroit for many, many years. Now that he's on the Rams, he's in the fucking Super Bowl.
I'm back throwing one deep, and he has got Cooper Kupp wide open. That's another man who's going to probably have a big game.
Look for that to happen.
We've seen the wide receiver playing the way expected. Cooper, Kupp, and Chase have had big plays already in the first.
Now, granted,
nobody is unlikable, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't think either of these teams are.
All our watchers out there, I, like all good color commentators, am not wearing pants.
Ah, yes.
Just like the great
commentary in the age of COVID. Who wears pants anymore? Basically, ever, really. Now, yeah, I to kind of bounce off of Jeff's comment. Yeah, it's been,
and it is.
Another one! Just barely dinging it into the uprights.
What kind of kicking game are we having today? A miss and two off the post to go in.
Now, the Patriots obviously gained a bit of a reputation as kind of the Yankees of the NFL, where anytime they showed up, most people tended to root against them, which was understandable after continuing to be there over and over and over again. And then, of course, just 2 seasons after...
another flea flicker out of the Bengals, but it is broken up and nearly intercepted. Aaron Donald showing out again.
Man's a monster.
And, of course, last Super Bowl, rather, the...
Tyler Boyd.
Breaking away. Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs up against Tom Brady with his new team, the Buccaneers. Didn't bring a lot of fans... to
yet another flea flicker. This one,
they got to pull something else out of the playbook here.
Yeah, I respect going back to the well, but
it seems like
a little dump off pass to Joe Mixon. Looks like he may be getting close to the first down. Nope, just shy, 9 yards.
Buried.
Seems like you might have been correct in your prediction that the game was going to be a low-scoring one.
Yeah, we're approaching a 2-minute warning, and it's 3-3. Here to take the lead is Evan McPherson again. Boots it up, and...
Oof!
But no good. This is a crazy kicking game so far.
Somebody's got to tell them that they don't have to hit the post to get the field goal. Like, they can just kick it between the posts.
Well, Harry Potter's really big nowadays.
Oh, wow.
So...
Blake free on the sideline is Henderson. He caught up.
Got chased down pretty quickly, actually.
That's the kind of play. The 2-minute offense, that's one thing Stafford always was very good at running with the 2-minute offense. Direct snap to the running back.
Well, you'll notice
Henderson's got the hot hand.
You'll notice the 2-minute warning is only just about to happen, so the 2-minute offense isn't really in full drive just yet.
Well, hopefully that does not bode well for the rest of the 2-minute offense.
Drops back.
Officially, as we said, in the 2-minute offense, and Matt Stafford has 2 minutes in the... Oh, 4th and 1, calling the
That was a
timeout. Are
legitimately
they going to
surprising
go for
catch.
it, or it looks like they're going to go for the field goal? Field goal units
Field
out here to
goals.
take the lead.
All day, every day. How about this one? We gonna bounce
Is
it?
a post?
We're gonna bounce it in.
Yes, it will, and it is through. Everything is hitting posts.
Doink,
You know what? I'm
doink,
going to go controversial take here, but I
Yep.
think if you hit the post, that should count for 4 points.
Why not?
I mean,
it's harder to hit
it's
the post.
pretty cool. There is. I will submit that there is no sadder noise, and I think in all of professional sports, than the reverberant bong you get when a ball collides with the fat center of a post, and the whole upright just wiggles and like dances at you because it's just
The
celebrating
target
your
maneuver.
miss.
Just waving at you, calling you a failure. Yet another flea flicker. This one, is Aaron Donald sack puts an end to that. He saw it enough. He figured it out.
It was a matter of time. I have that down as one of my pros for how the Rams win this game is that both Aaron Donald and Von Miller as a pass rush is a pretty
Tyler Boyd
disgusting
with
combination.
another huge grab. Oh, is he going to get caught up? Is that Jalen Ramsey trying to catch him? Oh, just caught him.
in the
13
secondary's
seconds.
fast.
In the words of our dearest departed,
Just gonna go
Mr.
for field goal now. Just make
Mr.
sure to see if they can put up points.
In the words of our
Here they
dearest
are,
departed, John
48
Madden,
yards.
as we all know, whoever puts up the most points will win the
It is
game.
off the post again, but good to go into the half tied.
Now, granted,
Wow.
that-
if they put up the
This
same
has
number of
been
points,
one
that's
hell of a half.
that's a difficult situation there.
Technically, yes. There cannot be a tie in the Super Bowl.
Yes. Well, if anyone's
We
setting
go
up
to
their
the
prop
halftime,
bets,
6-6.
if anyone wants to set up their prop bets, make one for how many quarters you think will be played at the Super Bowl, and multiply the payback by orders of magnitude per extra quarter after the first overtime.
Right? If you say 4, you have a very good chance of being right.
Pretty good chance.
Yeah.
Though, to be
All right,
very
see here,
fair, there have been an awful
going
lot
into
of...
the half. Cincinnati has not had a rushing game. 1 attempt, 4 yards. That's it. Whereas you got the Rams with a much more balanced offense, but really relying heavily on Darrell Henderson, which I was not expecting them to run their offense through Henderson. I was expecting more Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham.
Yeah. I'm curious if Joe Mixon of the Bengals is related to Glenn Allen Mixon, famously of the Japanese NES Baseball League. Be curious to see if there's some blood relation there. There's a fierce competition in the Mixon clan.
That would be very surprising and fun.
All right, and
yes.
here Eminem looks great.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
ever
cheerleaders.
since the hair started growing out.
Right.
Oh my goodness, we can't be showing that on television. Or this, live from the locker room, Mia Hamm.
Why? Said the audience.
Well, they always have the surprise guest.
while nodding.
They do, yes, yeah.
I'm not sure why that was Mia Hamm, but you know.
The wide receiver for the Bengals was actually born in the year that the U.S. women's team won the World Cup. So
He cut it in, not expecting to do that, but still gets a good chunk of yards. 2nd and 2.
Trying to establish a run in the second half.
Really establishing the run.
Oh.
And just another direct snap to him. That's been their
sneaking
flea
through.
flickers, direct snap
decent gain.
of running backs. They've both been pulling out the same trick plays.
Now, I think it's an interesting thing to point out on the video game side of this discussion that Tecmo Bowl isn't exactly the most advanced in terms of football simulations, and more specifically, it reflects an old style of football. Having a direct snap to the fullback once in a game nowadays would be quite a surprise. Having it happen 4 or 5 times on the same drive would be basically unheard of in today's NFL.
Oh, deep pass to Cup. I think this is going to be our
That's
first
gonna go
touchdown
all
of
the
the
way.
game.
He's gone. There it is.
Cup with a touchdown to make
also-
it 13 to...
Also notably different, except for the times where they're in front of the camera for celebratory moments like these, leather helmets.
Yes. Yeah.
They are on the field technically playing leather helmets, and this one just goes through without having an issue.
Yep.
Imagine that.
They finally successfully tried.
Now, it's interesting to note that the Los Angeles Rams recently dumped their previous quarterback, Jared Goff, for Matt Stafford. And in doing so, and a number of other moves on the roster this year, they rolled over only $137,000 to next year's cap, meaning they pretty much mortgaged themselves to the hilt for this year. They
This
spent
is
money.
all 1 year, and They yet another breaking out the flea flicker, but they've
you
arguably
cannot
got
hang
their
on to
biggest nemesis, considering they had lost 6 in a row to the 49ers before finally beating them when it truly counted in the conference championship.
Snapping the
All
streak.
day.
Bengals also with a
There we
hell of
go.
an upset against the Chiefs, down 17 points and just never giving up.
Whoop.
They're already down 7, but about to enter the fourth quarter, second 17.
Burning some time on their way up the field.
Yeah.
They don't have as
Breaking
much
up
as
the
they'd like.
run. I guess no one was
Oh,
really
oh.
suspecting that. Great run by Pirine.
Good for 3.
Oh. Could have got out of bounds, but didn't. Or maybe he did. Yep, I
like
take
he
it back.
All right. Oh,
Ooh,
heavy pressure,
devious
and Burrow
sack.
goes down. One of their
They were
one of
itching
their
for that sack.
Yeah, Sebastian Day.
have not heard that name in a while.
Up. We have our drop kick for the
It's
punt.
value of depth. You never know. You want to get that good depth. Wow.
Well,
just
that would have been a good
booming
field goal.
into the crowd.
That one landed in Cincinnati.
Oh, back to the run game. I mean,
Oh.
they've got the lead now. Oh,
Someone's
and
been
this is
thrown
breaking
into
loose.
the crowd.
Henderson is breaking loose.
Wow, running towards danger.
It's not danger, apparently, if you're Daryl Henderson.
Found the
Stafford
opening.
wants to join in on
Oh,
the
he
scramble
breaks
going.
away.
He is.
Good
Where-
for 14 yards.
He wants this one. He is absolutely showing out.
I think that Matt Stafford badly wants this one, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
He's going
Another
full Elway. I'm just waiting to see him do the full Elway, get propeller spin tackled.
yeah, nearly
So
murdered in the end
Henderson
zone.
doesn't even need to do it. Alden Henderson's
Oh,
broken
that's
loose.
going to be
Oh, here
another
it is.
one in the end zone.
Boy.
Oh, this is. The
Not looking
about to go up.
for Cincinnati.
20-6. Oh, right there it is. Can't do that with a mask.
And the celebratory beater.
Now, another note I have is that the Rams are a very good front-running team, and they can keep the pressure on well. If they were to have gotten down early, I think in real life, the Rams would suffer in adjustment. But it seems like their game plan's working out in Tecmo Bowl.
It's looking
Yeah,
pretty.
just get out and look.
Not a bad
lead.
return either.
McVay's offense, very dangerous, hard to come back against.
But not impossible, as we have seen.
Well, still flea flicker again.
Oh,
But we're going
but
deep.
he's
I
got
think they've got a
all
man. They do.
the
That is
time
Tyler
in the
Boyd
world.
again,
Bye-bye,
when they
Tyler
need him
Boyd.
most.
oof. The entirety.
Tyler Boyd bringing
of
him
the
right
Rams
back.
joining
This
him.
is just coming, just artillery fire down the field.
And someone must have told them the game is starting
This
to wind
is
down.
what everyone's worried about with Cincinnati. They're never out of it, just considering how much they can throw the ball.
Yeah, big play potential on Cincinnati.
All right, down to one scoring drive. One. Ooh, going
And
for
they
the
go for the
onside kick.
Ball is
Does
loose.
not work out for them.
Oh. It looked like that was Cooper Kupp with the
It does.
With the reception, yeah.
good
It's up to
hands
the
as
Rams
always.
to burn down as much time
Matt
as they
Stafford.
can.
Check down and nearly picked off. You had a man wide open on the top on the high end of the field. Oh,
Yep.
another
Oh.
direct snap to Henderson, and they are trying to clamp down. They do not want to let him do what he's been doing.
The Bengals just have to hold him down for one more down, and they may just get their chance. Oh, not
Stop.
looking
Nope.
good, though.
Henderson did
That
they
is
get
a
the stop?
first
No,
First down it is.
just enough as we hit 3 minutes and 14 seconds left.
Bengals are going to need to either get the ball
and-
turned over,
he
or they're
thought
going to
he's
need...
dodging. Look, and did they knock him out of bounds? Nope, Cincinnati
Does
is
not look
calling
like
the
it.
first time out.
This is not looking good. They're going to need some small miracle in order to pull this one around.
First need to
Interestingly,
get the
we
top
haven't
right
seen any turnovers, any interceptions or fumbles yet in this game. It's been
First
it's
play of
been
the
a
game was
clean
an
game.
interception there, Jeff.
I believe you called the first play of the game as an interception.
Wasn't that the previous one that we were looking at?
I don't think so.
No, that was this
I
game.
believe that was this game.
It was this game. First play,
Oh.
Joe Burrow interception.
Oh well, Joe. I guess I put that out of my mind
Since
faster
then,
than the Rams
though,
did.
Not a single turnover.
That was the
which is
last
almost
time
the
out
same.
by Cincinnati. They're throwing here.
Ooh.
Wow. Full choice and
my
you
goodness.
can't let him go like that.
Not good. And this is just going to burn down the clock for what seems
That's
like an
just a
inevitability
huge
at this
play
point.
call by McVay
There it
and
is.
a touchdown.
Rams going up.
But you gotta wonder, was actually getting the touchdown there a good idea? You just kind of want to. They had no timeouts left. You could have just kneeled the clock out, basically.
It's true. The
Taken a
Bengals.
field goal and just won the game.
The Bengals may have a slight chance if they can gun it down the field and get a successful
Which-
onside kick after that.
Yeah,
Which they can do. We just watched them.
Whoop. So they're going to need to start going for some long passes if they want this to work out.
Yep, and this is a strength of the Bengals.
Ooh.
Sacked by Aaron Donald. Wow.
Yep.
A lot of people making cases to try and win the MVP of this game. Aaron Donald, Stafford, Henderson, Cup, all having insane games today. Oh, but
diving catch.
Wow, a diving catch.
Pulls it up.
Diving play.
The clock is still running. They will need to continue moving down the field with speed. Oh, we got two wide open on that. Oh, no.
Wide open, but they checked
Why?
out. Wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
That AI, I question that decision.
4 receivers, wide open all the way down the field.
It was literally go route central.
Once again.
Oh, okay. You're just going to try to run it out yourself here, Burrow. Oh, my God. He's doing a really good job of it.
He's doing it. Oh, just about. Not a bad run. Not the right time for it, but still a good run.
No.
Still running it.
Oh, and they tried a run play?
Still running it with
I think that's gonna
seconds
be it for our
on the clock. Still running it with seconds on the clock.
But a touchdown right at the end.
They will need a successful onside kick and a Hail Mary to stand any chance here.
You know, if it was a team other than the Bengals, I might doubt them more heavily, but the Bengals have that big play potential.
Jamar Chase out there, he is enormous and can get down the field very fast.
Mm-hmm. And if not Jamar Chase, then T. Higgins is the secondary option.
Well, they may run out of time before they
get a bobble.
Oh, my
goodness.
A bobble. Oh, does not give them the time.
No.
And there is our game. Rams Bengals 27-20.
I think we got to go Darrell Henderson for MVP of the game. 17 for 131 at the touchdown. A couple big plays in the passing game.
Mm-hmm. Looking pretty solid there.
I don't think that's going to hold up in the real world, though. I'm going to guess if the Lions win, it's probably Matt Stafford. If it's the Rams... If it's the Rams, it's Matt Stafford. Obviously not the Lions. And if it's the Bengals, it's probably just the quarterbacks, as always.
Yeah, I mean, I think 80%
especially
of...
because this game looks like it's going to be a shootout. If it's the shootout we expect, it's going to go to the quarterbacks.
If it's the Lions, it'll be Matt Stafford, too. They'll just hand it over to him anyway.
Yeah, it'd have to be Matt Stafford.
Absolutely. Any switches or reaffirmations of your predictions for the Super Bowl 56?
Well, I'll start and go through. My prediction, as I said earlier, was Bengals 27, Rams 24. Honestly, I'm not too strong on that prediction. I think around about that amount of score is the right thing, but you could swap the Rams for the Bengals back and forth, no problem. It's it's going to be, I think, a high scoring game, a pretty high drama game, lots of big plays. I still feel pretty confident on my prediction of 27 Bengals, 24 Rams.
I'll add one thing to my prediction. I will say at some point, one team is going to have at least a double-digit lead. I think it's going to be close at the end, but I think someone's going to jump out to a decent lead and someone's coming back. I think it's probably the Rams get out to a bit of a lead, kind of like we saw here, and the Bengals start just gunning it down the field as fast as they can, make it an interesting game at the end.
I would agree with that assessment.
I think if
Rams have the ability to actually just like grind time and run the ball down the field, where the Bengals really just kind of want to just frantically throw.
I don't recall what my initial prediction was for the actual Super Bowl, but I think I'd like to go with, while I would like the Bengals to win, my prediction is going to be 31-24 Rams.
Okay.
I'll keep it with that.
I can see that.
That's reasonable guess.
I mean, again, if the Rams win, I don't love the Rams, but I really love Matt Stafford. Aaron Donald's a good guy. Cooper Kupp seems to be a good guy, so, can't really root against him per se.
All right.
Should be a good game.
Any closing thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Why don't you go first?
I do want the one fun fact. Last year was the first year in Super Bowl history where it was the Super Bowl was technically a home game, and then that was the first time it was last year, and it happened again this year. Mm-hmm. Didn't happen for over 50 years, and then twice in a row.
Yep, back to back.
Interesting.
Just
not bad.
Super Bowl fact now.
Yeah.
I will counter and close my predictions with another interesting fact. At the beginning of the season, the Bengals were 125-1 preseason long shots to reach the Super Bowl. So there might be a person in Cincinnati out there who stands to win a huge amount of money if they bet on it. They went from having Oh, I'm sure. They went from having an NFL worst 2 wins in 2019, 4 wins last season, and now they're in the Super Bowl. That is officially the quickest turnaround from worst record in the Super Bowl, from worst record in the NFL to getting to the Super Bowl in league history by a huge margin. In 2 years, they went from worst in the league to the Super Bowl.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Power Joe Burrow.
A guy who can do it like Joe Burrow does.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be about it for us tonight. And you'll have to watch Super Bowl 56 to see how our predictions work out between the 3 of us and the game itself. If it's one of these days, it feels bound to happen that the Super Bowl will actually. So if it's 27-20 Bengals, I feel like it's that'd be a surprising score. But if it's a defensive struggle for a bit, there's a chance.
Yeah, 27 Rams, Bengals 20.
Yeah, I think that's not the most unreasonable, but it does require a decent amount of either field goals or missed extra points. So it's going to be a little further.
Will there be as many hit uprights?
I hope so.
That's the true hope.
I love feeling my guts jump every time the ball hits the uprights, trying to figure out whether or not it made it in before the ref throws their hand. So
I love that noise.
Down for it. All right. Well, from everyone here at the D-Pad, I'm Rick.
I'm Jeff.
I forgot what Rick called me at the beginning of this.
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
And Button
Hate
Hook.
it still.
Oh, I'm Button Hook.
You're Button Hook, yeah. Yeah, have a good night and enjoy the game. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.